Good morning. I hope you all are doing well. I wanted to do this short video for you. Remember, you can pause this to take your notes. Okay, so I do not have these notes for you. You can just sketch them. But we're going to talk about proportional relationships. This is actually a section we skipped. I believe it was the second or third section, maybe the second section of this chapter. Anyway, and I have this video, and then I put up another video from Khan Academy that shows you in a little bit different way. You don't have to watch the other one. I just am giving you that option it's another way to do it. There's lots of different ways to do these problems. So I just want to give you one way so we don't get confused. But we're going to talk about proportional relationships, which you will, as you continue in your math career, you will hear it called direct variation. Anyway, there's two important things. In order for something to be proportional, one, it has to be linear, meaning it has to be a line. That's what we've been dealing with all chapter. And two, it has to have the y-intercept of 0. That's it. So your equation is going to be this, y equals mx. So that, remember, that's the same as y equals mx plus 0. Okay, but we're not going to put that on there, but that's what it would be like. So y equals mx, where the m is still your slope. All right. So I did not expect, maybe sketch these, but this is just some graphs here. And it's just asking, are they proportional from the graph? So remember, this meets the first criteria, which is that it's a line. Okay, so yes, this is a line, but it does not cross through the origin or y equals 0. So this would be no, it's not proportional. Okay, this one right here crosses through the origin, but this is not linear. This is actually y equals x squared, which we won't, don't worry about it. I'm just letting you know. It's not linear. It's not a straight line. Okay, it doesn't have the same slope everywhere. So that's a no. Then we have this one, which, let me see if I can move me so you can see it. It is a linear line, straight line, and it crosses through 0. So this would be yes. Okay. All right, next. So now you have to figure out if it's linear or not. And I'm going to actually move me again over here. Okay. So now you actually have to figure out if it's linear. So we need to know if it fits this equation. So we need to find the slope. There's a few different ways to find the slope. I'm only going to show you, I may show you a few ways to do it. But remember, slope is y1 or y2 minus y1 actually. Whoops. I put those backwards. Doesn't really matter, remember. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. I'm going to show you kind of a shortcut there, but remember, these are just coordinates. This is the coordinate 1, 5 and the coordinate 2, 10. And remember, you can always pause if I'm going too fast. So then we're just going to subtract 5 minus 10 over 1 minus 2. So this is going to be -5 over -1, which is really just +5. So my slope is going to be 5. So I'm going to put y equals 5x. Now, another way you could have done that, see if this will give me blue, is just by doing, remember, this is just the change in y. So you could say, okay, this went up 5, up 5, up 5. It was +5. I don't know why that color is changing. That is weird. Oh, I guess that's the kind of pen I picked. This is going up 1, up 1, up 1. So it would be the change in y, which is 5, over the change in x, which is 1. Look at that cool pen. Okay, so our slope is 5. However you get it is fine. I'm going to erase some of these so I have room to work. Our slope is 5. So now we have this equation right here. Now you could graph that. Well, we don't know if this is the right equation yet. We're assuming it is, but we have to check to see if this is the right equation. So we have to take one of our points. So we're going to just take 1, 5. Take the easiest one. Okay, that pen is starting to bother me, so we're not doing that anymore. And then you're going to plug it in to your equation. So 5, because this is the y, remember, and this is our x. 5 equals 5 times 1. Is this true? Well, 5 times 1 is 5, so yes. Whoops. Sometimes my pen goes crazy. So yes, this is true. So yes, it is proportional. And I'm going to obviously show you one where it's not proportional. Okay, and if you watch the other video that I put on here, it'll give you examples of these. Okay, so this one, again, we're trying to see if this is going to fit this equation. All right, so this slope, all right, is going to be, we have 3, 3, and we have 6, 5. All right, so we're going to go, the y's would be 3 and 5, so 3 minus 5 over 3 minus 6. So we have 3 minus 5 is -2 over -3. So our slope is 2/3. All right, so our slope is 2/3. So now we have to check. We just pick any point. We'll pick this point. So y is 3 equals 2/3 times 3. So 3 equals 3 times 2 is 6. 6 divided by 3 is 2. Does 3 equal 2? No, it does not. So this would not be proportional. Okay, there's actually, if you watch the other video, a kind of quicker way, but the other video, the assignment isn't very long, so it doesn't matter. Whichever one you want to use is fine with me. Okay, so there's a few word problems. Make sure you pay attention because these will look just like your assignment. The weight y of an object on Titan, which is one of Saturn's moons, is proportional to the weight x of the object on Earth. So we know this is going to be proportional. So we know it's going to be y equals mx because it tells us that right here. Okay. An object that weighs 105 pounds on Earth weighs 15 pounds on Titan. Write an equation. So we know it's going to look like this. We don't have to check it. So the weight is x of Earth. So we know that is our x coordinates. So this is our x coordinates. So here are our 2 points, 105 and 15, because 15 is our y. And then we just plug it in to find our slope. So 15 equals m times 105. Then we're going to divide by 105. We're just solving for m. 15 divided by 105, so we'd have to simplify that, right? So we can make it a decimal if we want, because it doesn't really matter. I don't really want to do that. Let's make it a fraction. We don't want it to be a decimal. So let's divide by 5. So 15 divided by 5 is 3. 105 divided by 5 is 21. 3 over 21, we can actually divide again. Okay, so 1/7. So 15 times 7 must have, yeah, oops, I didn't know that off the top of my head. So our slope is 1/7. Okay, I'm going to erase it so we have some room here. So our slope is 1/7. So that means our equation is y equals 1/7x. Y equals 1/7 x. Okay. Interpret the slope. This is saying, what does the 1/7 mean? Yes, you have to figure that out. What does that mean? All right, if you were to graph it, it would go up 1 to the right 7. So for every 1 pound, on Titan, it is 7 pounds on Earth. And I know that because Titan is your Y and Earth is your X. Okay? How much would a chunk of ice that weighs 3.5 pounds on Titan weigh on Earth? So you use your equation. Y equals mx. And remember, I'm sorry, not your equation. Y equals 1/7 x. And remember, Earth is your x, right? Because we can go back up to our equation and see, or our words and see our word problem and see that. So 1/7 times 3.5. So y equals, and you can use your calculator, I don't mind. So it's going to be 3.5 divided by 7. So it's going to be 1/2 pound. 1/2 pound. Okay? I got to hurry. I only have 3 minutes left on my video. Okay, the distance y in meters that a 4-person ski lift travels in x seconds is represented by the equation y equals 2.5x. So they gave you the equation here. The graph shows the distance that 2-person ski lift travels. So this one, this is the 4-person, and it's y equals 2.5x. And then the 2-person, we just have to find the slope. So we would go up. This, remember, these are going up by 2. So 2, 4, 6, 8. And over 1, 2, 3, 4. So y equals 2x would be the 2-person. So which ski lift is faster? Well, you look at your slope. Remember, the steeper, the bigger the number. Okay, I had to pause my video for a second because I did not read this question. Well, I did read it, but I assumed the 2-person ski lift would be faster. But it says which ski lift is faster? So it would be the 4-person one because the slope is faster. Okay, so then it's bigger. The slope is bigger, so that means it's steeper, which means it's faster. So how much farther will the 4-person ski lift be than the 2-person after 3 seconds? So remember, x is our seconds. All right, so for the 4-person, we're going to put y equals 2.5 times 3. And then for the 2-person, we're going to put y equals 2 times 3. All right, so 2.5 times 3 is going to be what? 7.5 meters. And even I have to look back up. I'm like, what is that in? Oh, it's in meters. Okay. And then the 2-person would be 6 meters. But it says how much farther. So it would be 1.5 meters farther. Okay. Remember, you can pause these. All right, and I will have the assignments up. The assignment on this one is really short, okay, but this will also be on Canvas, so if you don't write it down here. And just to let you know, this is the last section in here. So Tuesday and Wednesday, you will do this review. That'll be for both days. And we will have a Zoom on Wednesday so I can answer questions, and you'll have a test on Thursday, okay? All right, I miss you guys, and I will talk to you soon.